Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go. What is this? Ah, the area north of Xianyun Cast, where the houses are. Okay, I understand. I understand. Also, I was trying to figure out why the granny looks so familiar. I think it's because, as an NPC, they reused, like, the outfits. I think that's the outfit of the lady in the pottery, the vase shop, who's really good at making perfumes and, like, you know, is rather... What is it? Is it like Timmy's... Timmy? Timmy? What's the guy's name? The guy who's, where am I going? The guy? Timmy's girlfriend. I think they have the same outfit. That's why her dress looks so familiar. Might not be her though. Somebody's dress is the same. But I'm not entirely sure who it is. But I don't think anyone else has that. Was it the random ladies in, like, Leo Harbor? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe I'll go have a look later if I remember. Pharmacy's an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there? This place, it's... Did you remember something, Granny? I remember, Shu, this is where your father was born. It was a moonless night. I had been injured. Also, your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back. I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees reciting a prayer over and over. I know none the source of the sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child. A sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong? I don't know. I don't remember. I remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life. My dad. He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Shu. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much. But you're always going to be different from me. What did I do? I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything. You're too sweet, Shu. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here to try and remember what I've forgotten. Alright, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look. Okay. Recalls the correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak. Yuandai, how fares your health? Maybe a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting. Come on, I shall carry you to the top. Such lightness of weight. All those who grow old fail in the end, do they not? First you lose your memories, then your health, eventually you end up losing everything. My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others. Fret not, you have my aid in this endeavour. Okay. This looks similar to Donizard from Sumeru. Oh, it's the hair. It's the hair. The haircut is the same as Donizard. It has the kind of the updo with the fringe. That's Donizard. The outfit, I think. We gotta take a detour. But it was very interesting. They picked like a young, like, body for a granny in the sense that usually grannies, well, they look like Madame Pig. They're, you know, a little bit like this lady. Where'd she go? You know, they're a little bit punched, a little bit shorter, and they picked a very different character model. Very interesting. Okay, let's see if I was right about the outfit. Yeah, that looks like the same dress to me. There we go. I was right. I'm pretty sure that's the same dress. All NPCs look the same. They do. That's sort of deliberate, I guess. Also, I have just noticed I picked the right random house to go to in that area. I picked one of 3 randomly, and it turns out I picked the right one. I wonder what would happen if you went to a different one. Would any of them trigger? Would they all trigger it, or would like it tell you to go somewhere else? I guess I won't know. Because I did it that way. The contrast. I love it. It's so pretty. Okay, okay. Just a little bit of dialogue. Ah, I see, I see. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's see. Phew, we're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny Yuandai? Let me see. Ah, strange. Have I lived here before? Take it easy. Take your time. When we were at Wangshu Inn, the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I can easily picture myself in those places. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me. But did the stories get it wrong then? We can't expect them to get everything right. That's true, but they're also the only thing we have to go off of. I was hoping this place would jog Granny Yuandai's memory just like the others. I'm sorry to disappoint you two. It's alright, we're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out, just you wait. Thank you, if only I could remember. Huh? That way, what's that mountain? Is that Cloud Retainer's house? That mountain? Oh, let Paimon look. Huh? Isn't that Mount Chang? It looks like we've come full circle. Mount Chang. Mount Chang. Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you look sad. That makes you sad. Mount Chang. What am I really? Mount Chang holds some familiarity to you? Clara Retainer, what are you not telling us? It does, but I can't go back. Are you feeling unwell? My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. Just what is wrong with me? Did Clara Retainer curse her? Clara Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do? Let us go to Mount Chang. But not all will be well. Yuandai, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart and restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Chang. Wait, really? When did you do that? I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal itself when we arrive. Is it that little music box? I bet it's that little music box. There's no way it was just there by coincidence. I also don't know why we didn't just teleport there, but this is quite fun. It was perfectly laid out for us. What are we gonna do? Not fly over? There's a little dialogue about the place being a little familiar. When you went the wrong one, she said it didn't look familiar. I guess you two must have gone to 2 different incorrect ones. Come on, just tell Paimon already. What's this thing you've prepared? Here, this is it. Oh, but isn't this the mechanism you were tinkering with when we first got here? Is it another invention of yours? Precisely, a recent one at that. I'm most pleased with the results. I call it the Suspensus Sominum mechanism. It periodically releases a soft breeze which, compared with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax, even enter semi-hypnotic state. I hope we get this for our teapot. Soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia. Its potential uses are numerous indeed, and of course it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories. But what a cool gadget, but if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now? You could have come to Mount Archong right off the bat and saved Paimon a lot of floating. How preposterous. Had Yuandai not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon. The Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have had little to offer in way of assistance. Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing? As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptful tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secures such a tune from Steward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power. Though Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass after a super satisfying meal. Oh, Paimon's getting sleepy. And Yuandai, is the mechanism helping you to relax? Is she asleep? It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself. The drought is over, but why do you look like you want to cry? The potion, it's nearly run its course. I'd never get to meet you, not even for a second. Please, please, no. What? Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind, one of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly shadowed betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home, this is where you belong, you should have never left. The you of the past, the me from not that long ago, we should have never... called it. We should have never... That is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar. Granny! Granny, are you okay? Cloud Retainer. Your memories have returned? Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean... you already knew each other? Yes, I now remember everything. Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. Don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gotten into so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was. One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself. No, it's okay. Now I've remembered, I must face my memories head on. No, you, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my story if you're willing to listen. Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that. I know, dear child, my feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake, one for which I could never atone. Is this the sin you mentioned in Xianyun Cast? What happened? I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane. I spent many, many years living on Mount Archang, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she shook out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by until that fateful day 50 years ago. 50 years ago? During the drought that struck the earth? That's right, Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most, more than anything. I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went. But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me. She warned me the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane, and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus. Oh no, so that was the source of your dementia all along. But you never turned back into a crane. Was it because of Grandpa? Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Xianyun. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted more than anything to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. Did he just fall off a cliff? I could not help but fall for him, but my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash, yet I did not want to leave his side, so Oh no, what happened next? I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering. Even if it meant I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her, so I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again. Ah, so that's why the nameless heroine hid herself away. But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused. I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that travelling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. Oh. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have... Oh, she's realised. Granny, what's wrong? A coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't be. Master, don't tell me back then that merchant was actually... Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes. Well, they were a wedding gift! So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world, and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all along. One still remembers when you were but a fledgling, you possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock. Oh, it was fate. They've been playing hide and seek forever. One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter what form they may take. No, wait, Paimon's confused. The collaborator you found Yuandai again? But how, when, and what happened after that? Now perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale. Cutscene? No. Maybe? It's thinking. Why are you thinking? Huh. It's loading, it's loading. I'm gonna say, I think I was right. Because I guessed that pretty correctly. Oh no, okay. It's, being collaborative time. You went to run across the beach. When I got there, I see. See, most normal people would pick, you either go down or you go up. I went for the middle, which is why I got there first. The gods of prophecy have shown favor for Kaiko. Yes, I think I guessed that correctly, pretty much. Was it my only guess? No, but I definitely said most of those things. Oh, almost furious upon receiving a letter, seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses. Okay. Oh, he's such a dog and he can relate so much. Yes. He seemed like a good dude. I love the idea that he's also like, did he know she was an adeptus or did he not know? Did he just never question it? Because I mean, she did seem kind of suspicious, but equally... Is that popcorn? Popcorn! But equally, if he's also kind of suspicious, then maybe he just never noticed. You two would fall off a cliff because you weren't paying attention. Ah, I see. No, it's not boss time. What? It's not boss time yet. You've got at least half an hour. Oh, with the story goes mandatory domain. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's on character get a domain. Arena. Well, I haven't done that one yet. Don't tell me anything actually important. Okay. Well, this flower. It's so pretty. Also, I figured out what I was doing wrong before. Turns out you actually have to, like, press things, and then you can be a bird. I was just doing it wrong. Oh, no, I was, like, swishing. A little swishy, like, cloak. Okay. Oh, that looks like Wang Shuin. Oh, is this us reliving the past? Maybe it is. Is this how she went to Wang Shuin? Are we gonna get on the boat? In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an Nexus, his talent was lacking. One could hardly see his skill with sigils was any better. Hardly say his skill with sigils was any better. But soon one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and readily left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies, glaring though they may have been. Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wang Shuin. She put on a fake moustache! A fake moustache! I love it. As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition. Ooh, she has like very sharp nails. One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise or mourn the loss of your acquaintance? Ooh. Did I just fall? Magic bridge! I love the magic bridges! They're always so pretty! You're not gonna give me a magic bridge? Okay, I'm going to assume not. Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter if you are amenable. Even considering your loss of memory, one was simply flabbergasted you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adept or blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night. Oh, now we're here. I see we are reliving the memories. So now we're here. That's the shield the husband tried to put up, but Claravitainer already said his shields are not that great. And now we have to be Claravitainer. And like, this is what should have happened. Well, this is what happened, because Claravitainer showed up and made everything better. I see. The bird thing is just so fun. And I was also using this wrong, because the entire point is you're supposed to be doing plunging. I just wasn't when I was testing it out, but now I know. Reminds me of Shout, isn't that also kind of one of his mechanics? That you use his burst and then you kind of click buttons, like you just continuously do plunging attacks? Maybe that's just an Adeptus thing. Maybe. Oh, we could skill across. Oh, that's exciting. I'm going to try that next time if we come across another barrier. Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains. Said godly remains in turn were likely drawn to the trace of one's scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Ark-1 War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by a contraption of one's making. In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the sky, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain moral matters remained foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy. Mortal matters. To see you happy, that was more than enough. Everyone's shouted at us about how Genshin changed to a human form 46 years ago. I thought he said 30, but yes! I definitely remember going, 30 years you say? That sounds like some significant time in a mortal's lifespan. Now you should have complete understanding of events. Wait, but if that's true, the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be... I almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale. You don't remember that? That's okay. I barely remember the number, and I only did it like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, no, I remember thinking it's like 30 years, you say? Given this is a grandmother, 30 years. It's a significant amount. That could be a prime time for like shenanigans to have occurred. Where is this? Is this fake Liyue Harbor? I think it is. I think that's One Min Restaurant. Okay, why are we at fake Liyue Harbor? Where are we going? Ah, we're supposed to be going over here. Just as Yuandai troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fear, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. I knew it! But when asked you why, apparently believed that one could not possibly be a true adeptus, because all limited cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when once did before you devoid of any colouring. Cloud Retainer? I'm quite impressed, but also she's been like the fairy godmother of this family all along, keeping an eye on them, checking in, literally flying away the sick child to make her better. You went as far as to put like, that's a massive powder puff to make yourself pure white. Okay, I thought it was going to be the grandma, so I got that bit wrong. I said both things, but I did think it looked like Cloud Retainer. But yeah, this is quite funny, because I guess the grandma must have instilled some sense of the white crane, and then here we are. It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuandai was nearly entirely pure white in colour. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognised the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one. Okay. Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, Yuandai. One recognise you upon your very entrance into One Min Restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another. Memories are most meaningful when they are recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience, have you any further inquiries? Master, I must ask, if you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Archang by force? One has never regarded your actions as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, you just know that you always have a place to which to return. It is a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them too. Thank you, thank you so much. Yuandai. One expects you to have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late, have you not? 40 years ago you chose a path that had a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination. Even the power of an adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you may have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own efforts. So, what's going to happen to Granny? I will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day. She's gonna go back to being a regular crane, huh? Is there no other way? Marcy, you've already done more than enough for me. Wait, can you not wait? Like, one more decade for the child? What are you gonna do with the granddaughter? I don't know how I can possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left? Not long, the transformation is imminent. Oh, like imminent? Granny, please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left, please. Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise, Granny, you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone. I promise, Granny, I'll do whatever you say. Good girl, good girl. Don't worry, it's not goodbye forever. Granny's going to become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Archon. Granny will train day and night. I will result until I can return into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When the day comes, we'll be able to live together again, you and I. How does that sound? Good. That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday. I'll eat well, Granny, I promise. I'll wait for you no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back. That's my good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm sorry, Master. Thank you for everything. It left! Where did she go? Oh no, now she's crying! Shoot. I let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue's been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax, give yourself some time to rest, take a nap if you must, and we'll wake you in due time. Careful of the cutscene.
Believed we would see each other again, that our days of separation would finally end, and all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up. eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
I think we've just been adopted. Oh, why are all these cutscenes so sad? It's so pretty, but so sad. I don't know how many more of these I can take. Oh. You love how Granny's hairpin reflects her true form like Xianyun's. I see Xianyun's, but I didn't pay enough attention to the Granny's hairpin to know if it did. I will have to look it up later. But yeah. Wow, what a cutscene. Oh, that feels like an endgame cutscene. Ooh. You screenshotted the minute. You told your friend. I love it. I love it. It so easily could have been. It's the classic. Oh, but it was a dream. Oh dear. Anyway, grilled chicken drumsticks. Nom nom nom. How was Paimon sleeping just now? Yes, Paimon, you were. Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all. Madam Adeptus. Oh, Xiu, you're awake. How do you feel? I feel a little better, thanks. I know I'll see Granny again Sunday, so I don't feel so bad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple? Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest? Where else is she gonna go? I know Granny thought that what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would never have been born. Even though Granny lost her memory, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me, so I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people just like Granny wanted to do. Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no more mortal. The fact that Yuandai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so. Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean Master. Xiu, are you sure about this? Mama's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Clara Potato's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Xingxin and violet grass. If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wamin Vashot's delicious cooking ever again. How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. As long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant. Well, you say that, the Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here, now is she? Although Mount Achong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. She shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world! She is moving! Knew it, she was lonely. She was an empty nester and she was sad about it. Wow, you're leaving Mount Achong? Is that why you took on this human form? One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai, they all chose a life among the mortal world. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master, a failing perhaps of recognizing what it was that they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent? I mean, just a bit shocked, that's all. Does it mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime? One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. One should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity. Oh, you should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity. Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret. So, what can we expect? When can we expect to start seeing you in the city? Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liu Harbor. One has already picked out a handsome property near Chu Rock. Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another? Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liu Harbor in 2 days? A sensible plan. See you then. Also, why don't you take this Spencer's mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective. Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer. We did get it for the teapot! Don't be promising chill, we gotta see him. Should we make a trip to the Fey Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you. We will, but first. Hello, how are you feeling, Xianyun? So about your move to Liu Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it? I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those 2 odd fossils will discover it, I'm sure, should they come seeking my company. Considering their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive this news. What does that mean? What do you mean by a private escapade? Do I want to know? Oh, okay, well. Is this because no one visited her? Is she still lonely? Is that what's happening? Anyway, it looks like we're waiting for 2 days. But first, I want to see if Xingqiu is back at the Fey Commerce Guild because we were supposed to tell him about it. We can't really tell him about it if it doesn't exist. You know. Start a piece, that is totally fine. Enjoy whatever you're doing at 10 PM. They really missed the opportunity to make Ito her apprentice. Why? I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, Xingqiu is over here. We can talk to him. I love it. I love it. Hello. No, not Jia Yi. I want to talk to Jia Yi. Have I flown any kites lately? Why are you asking about kites? Oh. Oh, I forgot. Oh, what a nice dude. Anyway, hello, it's Xingqiu. We meet again, dear friends. How did everything go? Great, and it's all thanks to you. You quickly go over the whole story with Xingqiu. I see, so the stories didn't get it right after all. Even though she was a celebrated hero, she had to bear such a heavy burden that most could not hope to understand. Thank goodness for the help of the Adeptus, at least she was able to recover what she had lost. Although I cannot claim to know exactly how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united in a common purpose always find a way back to each other in the end. Thank you for helping me fill in the gaps, and don't worry, I'll keep this all to myself. It's not my story to tell, after all. Lantern, right? Lantern, right? Lanterns. Lots of lanterns. Very pretty. I can see them in the distance. Look at them. Look at them. Oh, the kite. I see. You're talking about the kites. Wait, does everyone say different things because it's lantern, right? New year, new horizons. Look at the kite this year. A mechanical device, and the next thing you know, we'll be mounting compasses on our Xia lanterns. The way we can get them to send letters just like our pigeons. You think I'm kidding? Well, maybe I am. Oh, we can spend so much time talking to all of these people and not doing any quests. It's gonna be great. Oh, the Onikabuta. Yes, now I remember. We needed Ito. Ito needed to make a bigger bug. I remember now. Good point. Oh, is this guy? Oh, he's still just hungry. But I feel bad about not reading what Jia Yi actually had to say. Jia Yi, what did you try and tell me that I ignored? While the middle stands guard, evil shall never prevail. Have you seen any kites lately? I saw many kids around these parts flying kites together. I wonder if you could see them from atop the hills of Chingsei village. Leo, your daddy misses you so much. Very sad. Anyone else? Anyone's got anything interesting to say? Got anything different? Practical adventure. You know, that's the same. Maybe it's just those guys. Who else has special dialogue? You anything? Nope, that's the same. I forgot she was a merchant. Are you looking for me? No? Okay. Maybe it's just those guys. What a random selection of people to randomly... Huh. Anyway, we're supposed to be waiting for 2 days, so let's do this. We can wait. Okay. It has occurred to me I did not try traveling as Cloud Retainer, like jumping over gaps. Disappointing. Okay, let's see. 2 days later. At least this explains why they've made her like a playable character. Like, they put it into the lore. It makes sense. It makes sense. Like, I can see how they've managed that. Anyway, where are we going? We're going to... Nothing. Did she buy Granny's old house? Because I remember which, like, ghostly house it was. So, I guess we just gotta check to see if it is the ghostly house. It was this house. Oh yeah? Oh no. This is the house that we went to in the memories, but it looks like we're actually going over here. Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary. To be quite honest, your insistence on the fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of more without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I could never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful. Over here, Cloud, Miss Xianyun, what are you guys still arguing about? Every time this ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly. Are you trying to pretend to be human? Because humans don't live for 100 years and still look like this. Several hundred years? Indeed, they're family heirlooms, you see, passed down for many generations, as families are wont to do. Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one. Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of more, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honour to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may decide to take them to another buyer. Well, please don't go. I apologise for any insult, miss. You see, I know it full well. I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly. Is it Zhongli? An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer then. Kaiko Paimon's my new residence. If you have any cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me. Master, oh, it's you two again. Hello. She's got a new dress. And it's in the Cloud Retainer colours. I love it. The consistency here, making all of her disciples vaguely resemble her. We love it. She's got hair bows. She got a new outfit. It looks great on you. Master made it for me. I like it too. You know how to make clothes? Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge. Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside. Afraid not, I shall help you move them into your own room. Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could not look at it, Master. That'd be great. It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter, do what you must, child. Now this expert you mentioned, when can we expect them to arrive? When can we expect their arrival? Soon. Ah, there he is. Here, allow me to make some introductions. This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques. Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier. Our eyes went wide for a second there. Now, can these two manage it without spilling the beans? Ooh, that's recognition. That's recognition in turn. Ah, if it isn't Miss Xianyun, it has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion. Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli? Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experience has left me with much insight and peace. So you two are already acquainted? Indeed, how fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. As for the matter at hand, if you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well versed in all fields, oft celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity. You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and an eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are foremost in that regard. Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem as if you yourself as ill-efficing as ever. Not at all, Mr. Zhongli, not at all. I mean, same, Xiaozu, like, same. While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask. You two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know. Preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing. Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and truth. Honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, the transaction may be taken elsewhere. Say no more, let us depart. Oh! We're off. What a fool would still harbour doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods. Miss Xianyun, wait! I deeply apologise for doubting you, Sir Mr. Zhongli. Could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items? There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. Same can be said for this one here. You could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I'm sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I honestly recommend procuring every last item in its collection. What he may have forgotten is that Mr. Zhongli has no sense of how much money is worth. He buys everything and anything, so I would not trust his word. Alright, since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall of course trust your good opinion. Then in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank? Northland Bank? Are you referred to the fiduciary house? Very well. I fear people only use the term bank nowadays in that case. I'll be off. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds. Is she sleeping? What? Zhongli! My friends, have you been doing well? We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant. My days have been quite pleasant as well. I've been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city? I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense with that particular epithet in further conversation. Whatever for? Am I not addressing you as a friend should? Well, that is true, but... alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact. It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer. One has indeed. One's previous stays were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardour. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago. Unlike the ocean tide, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow, from turmoil and peace and enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine. Alright, that's enough reflection for one day, no need to get all sentimental on us. You make a valid point, Paimon. Now the set is concluded. What? Say one plays the host as we try some specialist dishes together. One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup. Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates you should have already tried it. Oh, what occasion was this? It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion. Hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. Is she gonna steal all of the soup? You can't steal all of the soup! It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consomme. We shall enjoy the lot. One has already passed word to Shinhe and Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone? It should be a most splendid occasion. Thank you so much, Cloud Retainer. Shu, come now, it is time to dine. The gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli. He is, a humble employee of Wangcheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli. And that should be everyone, right? Let's go. Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus Temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, because it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true? This sounds rather implausible, although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist. Oh, why are you walking so fast? Wait for Paimon! Paimon! There's food in... Why are you still here? Hey, wait up! Oh, we didn't get to go to dinner! Oh, and I think they're gone, right? Is that use of hyphen? What seems like a book of accounts, a letter can also be found inside. So you, my dear daughter, by the time you read this, Mummy and Daddy will have already left to go on a long journey. Granny may get a little forgetful sometimes, so try to jot down little reminders for her around the house whenever you can. Mummy and Daddy are counting on you to take care of Granny while we're gone. You might be wondering why Mummy and Daddy have to leave. Well, my dear daughter, in this world, everyone's got something they have to do. Mummy and Daddy are no different. Did you know Daddy was actually awfully sick as a child? How sick, you might ask? Well, even the doctor could barely feel Daddy's pulse, it was that weak. But Daddy still managed to grow up. Looking back, there were many times when Daddy thought he might not make it. In the end, though, Daddy pushed through every time. Pretty amazing if you think about it. Maybe Daddy's just really lucky, or who knows, maybe he has some super powerful adeptus looking out for him. Either way, Daddy has always felt like he'd received a lot of love from the world. And you know what? Daddy loves this world right back. They told Daddy that the mission would be super dangerous, but both Mummy and Daddy decided to sign up. You'll have grown up quite a bit taller the next time Mummy and Daddy see you again. Maybe you'll be so big by then that Mummy and Daddy won't even recognize you. How about this? Let's use a code. Do you still remember that one phrase Daddy taught you when you were little? That can be our secret code the next time we see each other. That way you'll recognize each other no matter what. You remember it, don't you? While the Middle East stand guard, evil shall not prevail. While the Middle East stand guard, evil shall never prevail. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.